On this episode of NSFW, we are joined by nobody. In fact, it's you, the chat realm, that made our big Diamond Club book hoax an absolute success. We reveal every single red cent of what this book made, as well as read one-star reviews between us and 50 Shades of Grey. Folks, the Diamond Club becomes unglued and is plastered upon your face. Abotalit! It's NSFW.
Netcasts you love.
From people you trust.
This is Twit.
Bandwidth for NSFW is brought to you by CacheFly at CacheFly.com.
This is NSFW episode 139, recorded on August 6, 2012. Abotalit.
This episode is brought to you by the new Squarespace. Squarespace introduces a new content management system, making it faster and easier to create a high-quality website or blog. Plus, more than 50 new features, including mobile responsive designs with automatic device scaling. For a free trial and 10% off your first purchase, go to squarespace.com and use offer code NSFW. I gotta get Chef ready for tomorrow. We like techno music. Wait, like you're in the intro. It's crazy, right?
All right, go. Start the show. End this misery, because just like that, it is go time for NSFW, the new show for the win. Okay, there you go. The new show for the win, the new sauce for the web, and it's the show that is nominally safe for work. Howdy, party people. My name is Brian Brushman. I'm joined, as always, by the other half of my... He's like my left testicle, in that he's a bit unraveled, and he's always with me. What's going on, Justin Robert Young?
That was actually really coherent. Like, I thought you were going nowhere with that, and you brought it on home. I am a lot like your
That's what I do. Listen, I made a solemn vow that anytime we perform on a set that looks like we came straight out of 1997's 120 Minutes on VH1, I mean on MTV, that I would always be coherent and hit my metaphors.
There we go. So hi, everybody. John Sensio, what's going on?
Our special guest right here on the couch is the chat realm.
Yeah. Well, you want to know what, folks? We're not going to have a guest tonight because... this episode is going to be 60% celebration party, 40% episode. 61%. When we last left you, we had just launched, literally hours prior, a little book called The Diamond Club.
Yeah, man. You want to fill people in?
Well, how do we? I mean, like, I guess, like, let's start. Let's bring people. All this episode is going to be is about transparency.
Yeah,
we're going to talk about exactly how many have sold, exactly how much money we've made, exactly where, how that process is. If you are into e-publishing at all, this is going to be a great episode for you to watch because there's going to be a lot of talk about that.
Yes. Well, and especially, we should start things off by saying what it is. And now that it's been a week, A week ago, we would have told you this was a one-off prank, a scam, a lark, as it were.
This was.
But now,
yeah,
we
exactly.
have a week's worth of pretension seeping into our veins.
Yes, and we will talk about how it has poisoned us and rotted our brainstem already. But let's go ahead and just reveal behind the curtain of like what we thought would happen.
Yeah, well, somebody,
with the Diamond Club
first of all,
episode.
somebody's tuning in for the first time. We got to explain what is happening.
Okay, so, and this will be the last episode that we do the full explanation of exactly
that we
what
even
the
talk
Diamond
about
Club was. I mean,
After this, we will not even acknowledge that we had anything to do with the
in
Diamond
fact, me
Club.
and Brian aren't
It will
going to
cease
acknowledge each other.
No, in fact, we won't acknowledge you.
Yeah.
Get off our couch. Get out.
Get out! Get out now!
All right, go on.
Diamond Club was an idea that we had where we would make a crowdsourced erotic fiction novel.
Correct.
It was based off of the late 60s hoax of the book called Naked Came the Stranger by Mike McGrady, columnist for Newsday, who said to 18 of his fellow writers at the Long Island newspaper, hey, romance novels are stupid. What do you say if we wrote one that had no plot development, no character arc, and no coherency, and was not well written, but had nothing but sex, and more sex?
Right.
Would it sell? Would it be a success? It was, but Brian, when we did the same thing, we had a 250 page book that went live on iTunes 1 week ago.
Correct. 1 week ago to the day.
To the day. What did you think in your heart of hearts would happen? Because I know what I thought. But what did you think would happen?
Well, okay, and keep in mind, we want this to be an entertaining experience for all the people who contributed to the book. We wanted to feel like it was successful. So we sort of set the bar of let's crack the top 10. And to me, success was defined if we just get one confused one-star review from somebody who bought the book, be like, why on earth did I buy this book? It was in the top 10, it had 5 stars. This is legitimately terrible. That would have been success to me.
Yeah.
Like, that would have been hilarious. Instead, Sir Justin.
Well, let me just, before we get into what happened, what I think would have happened is, because we've done a lot of things like this.
Sure.
Like even unironic things, like you've sold the Scam School book, we've sold Night Attack, I've pushed very heavily the Andrew Main books on this program because a lot of people are fans of Andrew Main stuff. And normally they hit a peak then they go down.
Cut to the camera of Justin, and I realized, like, in true chat realm format, they figured out that there's 1/4 of the chat realm text that's showing up there. And so people are exactly right now figuring out how many spaces it takes in order to get their one message invaded on Justin's slot. I'm sorry, go ahead. Bang.
So the idea of us putting this out here, I thought would be like many of those other things. It would be, as we zoom in,
it's a good solution.
it would be something that would kiss the top couple things.
If it showed up even for a second in the top 10 on iTunes, then we would.
But it would fall like a stone. Because
Yeah, sure.
everything else that we've done, like, you know, we blow up the Death Star, we all sing Yub Nub, and then we go home. You know, and
Sure.
we stop buying, the Diamond Club, Chat Realm stops buying the books. We've all bought it 4 times.
Sure.
And it just kind of drops.
Yep.
And we have our fun. It's for the lulls. It's
Right.
a hilarious time. Which is why when we, and this is something we talked about last
Well,
week.
and we should point out also that when we pitched this idea to Reddit, because we thought it was a good enough idea that we wanted to step outside of our clubhouse with the chat realm, and we wanted other people to play along. So we made a video that we posted on Reddit, made it to the front page, got like, I don't know, 800 Reddit points or whatever.
Yeah.
76,000 people downloaded that video of us explaining our scam.
Absolutely.
And all of them said, what?
Well, I was going to ask you, because what they said was, what are you going to do with the money?
What about the money?
What about the money? What was your thought when somebody asked you that?
I mean, it's like, you mean, is the question, what are we going to do with all 98 cents that we get out of this? I mean.
And realistically, in my mind, $500.
Yeah,
we were
no, that's
looking
about
at
what I
like
figured.
$500. That's what one night in the top 5.
Right. All
buys
of which
you.
coming from our own people here in the chat room, right?
Yeah.
You know, I figure they're the ones donating it to us. This is a polite way.
Reddit people who were down with the cause. Veronica Belmont and Kiala on the Vaginal Fantasy podcast.
Sure.
I can't remember the name of any of the other girls. They were nice enough to read and talk about the book. So I'm sorry. I didn't
Keep going.
Yeah. You know, I thought that it was just going to be that. It was going to be like $750.
Yeah.
And then like we do something nice for everybody who chipped in, and that'd be it.
And keep in mind also, like we threw together that video like as a very last minute ditch effort because I'm about to leave. Like it was unfortunate that we put this right before I was spending my week out in Indonesia to do the TV special. And it was like on our way out, we're like, we should do a video as well, throw it out there. But apparently it was the right idea at the right time because when I landed in Indonesia, first thing I did was check the status.
Well, that night, if you watched the last episode, when you last left us, the book was at number 4.
Yes.
Until about 12 hours ago.
Yes.
Where was the book?
Still at number 4, day after day after day, cozied up like an infant remora on the belly of a shark, of a great white. We sat there, cuddled close to the witch's tit of 50 Shades of Grey. And let me tell you, we suckled but some third-generation milk from that nipple, and it's like I never want to leave mommy. It's like if I could, I would ride with her all the way to Success Land.
If for some reason you are watching this and you have not bought the book, we encourage you to buy the book. We will talk about exactly how many people did buy the book a little bit later in this episode. But right now, I believe we actually even fell to 6.
We just fell to 6
like 30
just
minutes
now.
ago.
Yeah.
So now we are behind.
Why is that censored?
I have no idea.
There we are,
So
number
now we
6,
are behind,
The Diamond Club by Patricia Harkins Bradley. Let's go ahead and click on that. Let's take a look at some of the reviews because what I didn't expect is number 1 for us to spend so much time up there.
Well,
look at
yeah.
this, still at 4.5 stars.
Well, and just really okay. So 1911 is the reviews. Chad, real quick, bump back out to the other books there that are of the top ilk, and just take a look for me at like The Gone Girl. The Gone Girl is a legit novel. That's not a.
It's supposed to be way good, by the way.
Yeah, it's a crime thriller. 2028. There is a fairly good chance that before the end of this show, we could have more reviews and ratings than The Gone Girl, a book that is legitimately on the New York Times bestseller list. Okay?
Absolutely.
And if you look at some of the other ones, we're already ahead of some of the other books in terms of ratings. There has been a tremendous critical outpouring. Look, 718.
718, 4.5 stars.
So they're
for
not
Emily
even
Griffin's Where We Belong.
Exactly. You know, and God knows what that's about.
It's about where we belong.
Where we belong is tasting the Diamond Club's toot stick.
So here's the thing. Number 1, we were totally shocked at how long it spent in the top 10. And we're under no illusions here. It's on its way out. Things are going to fizzle. Everyone who bought the book is going to buy the book, pretty much has bought the book, right?
Yeah, I mean, I would say barring if you know, we got some more press or something on it.
Which, by the way, another big surprise. How many, 6, 7 articles, including The Telegraph?
The London Telegraph, the Daily Dot, the Next Web, Media Bistro. We got so much press that Vook, who was our partner on this, they made sure that the book got out to all the platforms. They were very responsive on the clocks that were haphazardly taped to our set.
It's all
right. Don't worry about that.
It's all right. Everything's good.
John Sensi on 120 Minutes. Daisy Fuentes is coming up later.
Oh.
So
it's in the future now.
Thank you, Jim.
Go ahead.
They were very, very responsive. International fans from Australia.
Yeah, man. People, if there's one thing people are upset with, it was like,
Ireland.
why is this not available in Australia, mate?
Yeah.
Something, Barbie. Punch a kangaroo. Wallaby.
They were very upset.
Dingoes.
Book was extraordinarily
Koala bears.
on top of the koala bear demo.
Good day.
Good day.
Good day.
Vegemite?
Vegemite.
More like Vegemite, eh? Right in the Diamond Club book. I can't even do the goddamn accent. So here's the deal. Vuk was so impressed with the press we got.
Vuk loved it.
What email did we get today from Vuk?
I didn't see it. I don't think I got it. I must have missed it. What did they send us?
Vuk said, you guys legitimately have gotten so much press from this and gotten so much attention from this that you should seriously think about doing a fiction imprint. Like,
please make a real book.
Because we're just really good at getting attention for things, apparently.
Guys, this is getting pretty amazing pickup in the book industry press. You guys killed this. I think you should seriously consider, without bombing your fans, expanding into more ebooks. Maybe even open a fiction line or something. You hear that, people? Literary moguls. These ass faces.
Exactly. Well, that's the idea would be that we would be what Del Rey is to sci-fi books.
DIAF Industries.
We could
taking it big.
DIAF Industries could be to fiction ebooks.
Okay, I need you to confess something to me. How often did you check iBooks on your iPhone to see what the ranking was for the Diamond Club?
I mean, really, Brian, to answer that question, you have to really ask, how many times did I look at my iPhone?
Same way. I was in Indonesia the whole time, and so every time there was Wi-Fi, I was just like, open up Wi-Fi, open up iBooks,
to be honest,
check it out. Holy crap, it's still at number 4.
To be honest, there was actually a part of me that just didn't check it as much as I probably would have otherwise because I kept expecting it to fall.
Oh, sure.
Sure. It was like, if your ebook hoax lasts longer than 4 hours, please consult a physician.
Yeah.
You know, it was. I just every day I expected it to kind of to ebb a little bit, and it certainly didn't. You know, it was, and it is. It's remarkable. The fact that it's even 6 now. You know, if you look at
and take a look at. Hold on,
I begin
Chad,
one more tease.
open on this real quick.
Okay,
Chad, real quick. Take a look at the breakdown of these average consumer ratings here. Zoom in on this right here. Either we got a lot of people who genuinely like the book, or we got a lot of people who genuinely want to support this cause. But either way, 1,600 people giving 5 stars to this thing, only 181 sourpusses. And by the way, I'm going to call them sourpusses because they may not like the book, but I guarantee you, every single person who gave it 5 stars liked it 5 stars much. Maybe not for the same reasons.
I don't blame people who gave it 1 star for the reasons they gave it 1 star. For this point of view, our experiment, and this is again, Brian mentioned that last Monday, hey, hilarious hoax, everybody.
Yes.
Let's go 50 Shades of Grey. This Monday, we pulled a very important literary experiment. And we've gotten to really the root of what the zeitgeist is in terms of electronic book publishing.
I mean, really, let's speak about the very nature of art itself. I mean, for one to dictate how another should enjoy a piece of literature, we think is unconscionable. Art lives in the heart, in the soul.
For if the artist extends his art, is it not worthy of perusal in value of some variety? That's what I ask you.
The true artist put forth his recompense of hilarity, and should the world smile upon him with dollars begotten, so be it.
Bitches ain't ass but hoes and tricks.
Should have just went for the belt right there. You should have just bit it. Here's the important thing. Now we're all pretentious because legitimately, whether or not we intended this as performance art or not, it's true satire. I will say at this point.
It wasn't just us, our group.
Prank, satire, performance art, experiment, social experiment,
profit.
That's pretty much how it goes.
Yeah, I mean, and that's basically where we're at now is so many other people outside of the Diamond Club. Because right now I'm watching my guest here.
The chat realm.
The chat realm, and they're like,
who, by the way, were the true authors of the book and the true purchasers of the book.
But the thing is, they're like, oh, we'll never doubt the power of the chat realm, and I never have.
Nope.
I thought I knew what the average explosion of the chat realm is, and because of that, you are just left to assume that there was just more people who glommed onto this and liked the idea and really got into it. So, with all that being said, with the success that we had,
Go on.
With our pretentious nonsense with which we now categorize it, there still is that nagging.
What about the money?
What about the money? And let's just talk right now about how much money there is.
We are talking about hundreds of dollars. Tens of hundreds of dollars.
Tens of hundreds of dollars.
Tens of hundreds of dollars.
So let's talk about that right now.
You ready? You ready to commence the goatsy?
Well, let's do it. Just a real quick run up. We are going to goatsy this one. We're spreading the cheeks on these numbers.
We're spreading the first, second, and third inner sphincters on this one.
Well, because this is something that, like, you know, if you're an actual author, an ebook author, you don't want to do this.
Oh yeah, everyone place your bets. Let's cut over to the chat realm. Everyone place your bets on what you think the total number sold as of this moment. I will tell you this much. We only have numbers up to 804/12. So we don't have, as of today, 6,600, 13,500.
Oh, so we don't even have yesterday.
We don't have yesterday.
A day when we got it plugged on Twit.
A day that was infamous.
So, all right, let me just say this. If you are an actual ebook artist, you don't want to talk about this because...
Why not?
Because it might give somebody the wrong idea.
Oh, that you didn't sell it. Oh, you know what? You're right. Because let's say we were an aspiring author. This is what's great, is we're in a unique position that we don't give a rat's asshole. We don't give a hemorrhoid off the butthole of a rat that was infested with cancer for the betterment of science.
Yeah.
Whether or not you're impressed with our book or not. So we're going to tell you everything.
Yeah.
First day sales, and this is what it took to get us up to number 4. Go ahead and cut over to my screen here, Chad. First day sales. Zoom in on that.
A rat's voluptuous ass.
Rats. Can we call a hemorrhoid a voluptuous hemorrhoid on the ass of a
cancer-ridden.
Cancer-ridden hemorrhoid, maybe.
Cancer-ridden hemorrhoid on the rat of
What about
science.
like a cancer hemorrhoid that you cut
Science's
it out?
rat on the cancer of hemorrhoids.
But maybe they're doing
Voluptuosity.
maybe they're doing like
Come
rat.
this fall to see the CW. Voluptuosity.
What if Spider-Man?
Voluptuosity can't get along with the other girls.
What if Peter Parker got his powers not from a radioactive spider, but by accidentally eating the contents of a cancerous hemorrhoid?
Hey, it's a cancerous rat hemorrhoid.
No, it's like it bursts and it lands on his pizza and he's so hungry he eats it anyway, and then he gets like rat hemorrhoid power.
What's a rat hemorrhoid power?
Take over.
Ladies and gentlemen, the first day of sales is obviously going to be very big. We had a huge pop not only on this show, but also on the Vaginal Fantasy Podcast. And as you can see, we were at... Oh, Jesus, heaven Christ. I guess that was somewhere between $2,250.
Right there, dude.
$2,436.95.
Now keep in mind that is that's gross, and we should point out that number one, and this is me speaking as somebody who published a book on with Scam School Book 1 and Book 2. Out of all of them, if you take a look, you got Vook sales, you got iTunes sales, you've got Barnes & Noble sales, and you have Amazon sales. Out of all of them, I guess Vook is the most generous to the author, but iTunes is second place. iTunes, they still take 30%, only giving you 70%, but it's consistent. On the downside, you've got, like, Amazon is a screw job to authors.
Amazon, because they do such volume transfer-wise, tries to discourage 99-cent books.
Yes.
Because it doesn't make sense for them, even on the crazy deals that they have in terms of servers.
Right.
So they take 70% of your 99 cents
dude,
and leave you
if you
30%.
buy a 99-cent book, I mean, listen to me, and I can't believe I'm saying this, because as a consumer, I love Amazon, but as an author now, like, I'm super pissed. Like, Amazon is the Walmart of book sales. They suck balls.
I know working with Andrew, who has made his literary career has been made on 99-cent ebooks. That's just the game you play.
Yeah.
Because that 99 cents, that 70% that you trade off
the author
to Amazon,
gets 33 cents of that 99 cents. And That's not even, and to be honest, like for a book that has multimedia, the way the Scam School book and the
that's ridiculous.
Like they charge you the bandwidth based on how size, how
owe
large
them
it
5
is.
cents on every 99 cent
it's
copy of that.
ridiculous. Whereas again, like iTunes is very, very generous to the content creator.
I also think, I'm not saying iTunes, they owe us anything, but like I think that we got a lot of positive publicity for the iTunes.
Okay, well, but on the
bookstore.
flip side, we definitely demonstrated how easily manipulable. We essentially discredited their rating system.
I don't think that it's discrediting it.
There's 147 one-star reviews that would disagree with you.
How many one-star reviews are there on 50 Shades of Grey? You want to know what? That's a great idea for a game.
Let's play a little game.
No. Let's go do the rest of this.
All right.
And then we'll play the game.
I was ready. I had it loaded.
I know you did.
People in the chat room, send me the link to that intro and also the movie draft a minute because I had to reboot. Go ahead.
Let's keep going through the numbers. So,
okay,
that was our first day. Big boom. $2,436, something like that.
Right. So apparently, to hit number 4, all you have to do is sell 2,400 copies of your book in a day.
Yeah.
And you're in the top 10 for sure.
Yeah. Which really makes you think, what is 50 Shades of Grey pushing?
Dude, think about
per
this.
day?
They got 3 books that were ahead of ours, and we were selling 2,400 a day, right? So, and this is just on the iTunes store. So we got, so that's what, over 7,500 per day. From 50 Shades of Grey right at the outset. Plus, on top of that, they're selling for $10 a pop instead of 99 cents like we got. So add a 0 on the end of it. So, I mean,
and their bundle is in the top 10.
Yes, 75,000. These guys are making $100,000 a day. It's brutal, man.
That's a lot of hooch. Now, by the way, somebody, if you do have the Gundam style song pulled up, every time that we reveal a number, I want to play the Gundam style song. And I want Chad to do the rave lighting.
Okay, hold on.
Just so we can make this reveal. If we're gonna goatsy, we're gonna goatsy with glitter and strobe lights.
What's the PSY?
Eli, get on the jib. Where's Eli?
Yeah, you better get ready to jib it. You better bust them giblets all over the place. Go. Here we go.
All right. So what was the next day's sales?
Well, first we gotta wait for this ad to go by.
This is how you teach grandma.
This is how you teach grandma how to party. Wow, that was a close call. Somebody almost won the belt. All right, go. Yeah, all right, you ready?
All right,
what?
Let's go ahead. Second day sales, ladies and gentlemen. We're goatseeing the numbers here on NSFW show with the Diamond Club book. What?
All right, second day numbers. $2,422.60.
Hit the music.
Third day sales. Bit of a dip. We're still number 4. $2,206. Here we go. Fourth day sales.
Now, mind you, at this point, it's well beyond our wildest.
Oh, dude, we're already freaking out.
We're going crazy. And also, like, this is about the point in which we had to kind of figure out, like, what money was for this project, right?
Oh, sure, absolutely. I mean, it's like all of a sudden we're like, oh, crap, all those people asking what we're going to do with the money, like, it turns out they were right. Like, we thought they were crackpots on the street saying, y'all will be successful beyond your wildest dreams.
Yeah. Sorry, old Southern genteel gentleman who's apparently homeless. But at that point, it was like wow, like, because that's $6,000 in 3 days, right?
Yeah, man.
And that is before the cuts.
That's before the cuts, but the point is.
So 30% iTunes, 10%
Fourth day. How much after we exceeded all our expectations? How much do you think we made on the fourth day?
All right, so first day is Monday, second day is Tuesday, third day is Wednesday. This is Thursday.
Yesterday was Thursday. Go ahead. Yes.
Thursday, I think we probably, because at this point in my mind.
It's got to drop off.
We dipped the hell off, right?
$25 and a taco. Somebody mailed in a taco.
500 copies, maybe.
How about $1,824.76? All right, and then finally, what are we? Man, at this point, I mean, we dipped off Abotalit. that was not English. We dipped off Abotalit.
Dipped off Abotalit. Hey, man. How you gonna dip off Abotalit? Come on. What are you trying to do, man? Dip off Abotalit?
What I meant.
I tell you what. I went out of high school. I said, dip off Abotalit. Next thing you know, they throwing me out.
All right. Well, when I said Abotalit, I was talking about botulism and literary prowess.
Abotalit.
Do you want to know what we did on our 5th day?
It's Friday. Who buys an ebook on a Friday?
Lonely Housewives. You want to know how many of them?
How many, Brian?
1,699.81 of them. What? But surely that's the end of our adventure, Justin Robert Young. That we had our laughs. That's 5 days like in a row of having a top 5 best-selling book on iTunes.
And we're still, by the way, just so everybody knows who's interested in e-publishing, which, by the way, I love the fact that this would become something that, like, serious, like, the person who wants to write, like the children's detective novel series is like, well, you know, I heard that they talked a lot of very interesting real numbers on this show, and this, like, insane horse poop is happening.
They have to listen to my awesome alternate reality version.
In a Abotalit.
They have to listen.
I'm tired of you. Can you in a Abotalit? In my face.
They have to listen to my alternate reality Spider-Man, where he gets his powers in a very different way. All right.
I'm Jiggle Sacks right here in a Abotalit by Brad Brushwood coming up. 24 past the hour.
We come to the last numbers we have are from the 4th, which is Saturday, 2 days ago.
This is 2 days ago.
Now, keep in mind, since then, we've dropped 2 spots. This is back when we used to be kings. We used to be sitting there
We could be heroes.
Just for 5 days.
5 days.
Just for 5 days.
Just for 5 days.
And we sat there thinking we were a king crap of Turd Mountain.
Yeah.
And then...
You'll be on the iTunes top 10 list.
How many do you think we did on Saturday as well?
So this is a day we dropped, which means that theoretically the books that are above us, or the one book, The Gone Girl by Jillian What's-Her-Name.
Which deserved its rightful place.
It's apparently
by all
great,
means. Yeah,
should
be ahead of 50 Shades of Grey.
What was the one book blogger that covered us?
No idea. Book Riot. Great article on Book Riot. Highly recommend you guys read it.
Yeah, no, Book Riot was great. I talked to her on Twitter. She was very, very nice. But she pointed out that the Jillian, whatever her name, novel, The Gone Girl.
Not remotely.
Is great. Is fantastic. Like, she very, very, very much
crime drama,
enjoyed that particular novel. So it sold more than what we made on Saturday, presumably. Although not necessarily, because we were still 4 through Saturday. It was Sunday, which we don't have numbers
That's what
for.
I'm saying. This is before we dropped below that other one, yeah.
So it had to be more than what a New York Times bestseller sold on the iBookstore.
Sure.
Folks, get this through your head. This is what we did this week. These books have advertising budgets. These books have PR agents. These books go to reviewers to get reviewed that go out to thousands and thousands of readers.
I'm with it. Get on with it. X9 says it in the chat room. Get on, go. You ready for the number?
Go.
$1,677. Whoa! What?
Oppan Gangnam Style.
That was the perfect moment for it to be awkwardly stopped. All right, so Justin.
Is the music done?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm deaf.
Have a seat.
I'm like Helen Keller. You have to sign into my hand.
Yeah. I whip out a pen and sign your hand. All right, and those are the numbers we have today. But here's the thing. Oh wait, I'm sorry. There is one more number. Would you like to know the grand total of the amount of money grossed in the first 6 days of our non-award-winning best-selling
That
lie?
would be the number that people care about.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You know, that how much of the money
Well,
was made also.
we can't speak to our cut because, you know, obviously Vuk takes 10%.
Well, we can do it from there.
We can interpolate, you know, there's 10%. I guess iTunes takes 30%. So we only get 60% of this final number, but it appears as though the grand total is $12,276.14.
오빤 강남스타일
What? So much money? Totally rolling in the tens of hundreds.
오빤 강남스타일
Yeah! Cut over to the chat realm. Take it away, chat realm.
성숙해 보이지만 놀 땐 노는 여자 이때다 싶으면 무거운 머리 푸는 여자 가렸지만 웬만한 노출보다 야한 여자 그런 감정적인
Wait, hold on. Keep the music going.
Wait,
Keep
why?
the music going.
Go
Keep it
ahead.
going.
All right, go ahead. All right, here we go.
나는 선호해 점잖아 보이지만
What's that number again, Brian?
$12,276.14. What?
All right, cut it.
What? Oh, okay, all right, cut.
That means after cut,
What did chat realm earn?
what is in the bank?
We have a war
chat
chest
realm.
for the first time. We've always been troublemakers, but we've always been cheap troublemakers. Do you realize we have a war chest now at our disposal?
In the bank, we have $7,365.
$7,365, and oh my God! What? It's over 7,000! Woo! Yeah!
오빤
What are you doing?
Oh, should I bring back the?
강남스타일 강남스타일
All right. That's about as good as. That's the moment. That's the moment I'll remember right before I die. I'll be looking at my daughters and my granddaughters who I don't recognize because I'm so high as a kite on the morphine.
You'll just look at him and go,
I'll be all right.
Abotalit. Also, Opal Gundam style. Also, remember when that person in the chat room said Jerry's a rapist and he eats poop? Because they knew where it was going to pop up on the screen? I only remember things from that one episode of NSFW. Eli was there. I told him to shoot his giblets all over my face.
And then I said, remember the alternate reality Spider-Man I proposed? That was a bad idea. I shouldn't have proposed that. Nobody eat a pizza been exploded on by a cancer.
Why is my old infirmed hand moving like this? Like I'm trying to cast a spell. And I'm an effeminate witch.
Hopefully by then I'll have real wizard powers, so I'll be able to do that
You'll
thing.
just be wizarding things to happen.
Yes.
7,000.
Yes.
What is it? 300. There you go. $7,365.
Padre SJ, by the way, the patron saint of Chat Realm, has pointed out that he totally called it at around 7,000. He said that's what we make from this thing.
That's what he said the night
well,
of?
The night of. He said it's 7,000, yeah.
Yeah. Man,
Good effort. Good job, team.
I'll tell you what. It is amazing. Now, this is the $7,365.60 question.
What do we got to do with the money?
All right. Here is what we can say is in the works. And we will bring these plans as firm as we can to you as
First of all,
soon as we can.
you brought up something very, very important. People have been like, why don't you just give it all to charity? Look, who knows what we'll do with it. It might involve giving stuff to charity. However, we are not going to go on the record as saying we're going to do any specific thing with the money whatsoever. We, from the beginning, have said, you know, this is, what'd you call it, the Huffington Post model?
Yes.
You do all the work.
The Huffington Post model.
And we keep all the money.
And then I laughed maniacally.
Yes,
so, like,
correct.
Listen, here's the deal.
And the reason is, specifically, though, talk about with the oatmeal, because they ran into trouble.
All right, so here's the deal. A lot of you guys paid attention to the oatmeal thing. That dude, in the face of a lawsuit, raised a bunch of money so he could not pay off what the guy was asking him to pay, but rather donate that money and the much, much, much more, half to cancer charity, half to wildlife preservation. And then he was going to draw and half to Max Strobot. And then he was going to draw a picture and send it to him and spell out a curse word and money. When he raised way more money and people were like, dude, you should give some of that to other really worthwhile charities, he couldn't do that because of what he said he was, the point of why it was raised. Now, there are a lot of things that are not similar between us and them in that we did not raise it for the point of giving it to a charity. We sold a product and we collected the money. But we want to be as fair as possible with this kind of stuff, and it can get sideways very quickly when we have the kind of as many people who are into this as possible. So what we're asking you guys to do is please trust us as you always have. Trust us as you did when we got into this. We will do the coolest stuff possible with this money, up to and including, I think, the first semi-announcement that we can make, and it's not really an announcement because we'd said it before. We're going to do something at Dragon Con.
Yeah, we are doing something at Dragon Con. However, we actually have a very important straw poll. If we can cut over to this, Chad. The question, of course, placed before the chat realm is what should they do with the money? The options are get matching tattoos, throw a party, hire Eddie Money to sing live, or give it to Chad. And it looks like a four-way split. Split decision right now. Tough to say. Looks like a perfect four-way split between throw a party, get matching tattoos, give it to Chad, and hire Eddie Money to sing live. I'm rather fond of Eddie Money.
Eddie Money's
live.
pretty good. What are some of the Eddie Money songs?
I love a rainy night when it lights up the sky. That guy. Yeah, okay. What's the one he knows?
Oh, how about this
what?
one? Chad, pot up my audio.
Oh, yes. There you go. Oh, listen to this.
There you go. Eddie Money.
That's not Eddie Money. That's definitely not Eddie Money. That's the opposite of Eddie Money.
That's an Olympic.
That's an Eddie waste of money. That's an Eddie egregious abuse of government collected money.
Here we go. How about a little bit of Take Me Home Tonight?
That's good.
By Eddie Money.
Maybe 2 tickets to paradise. All right, pause it.
Oh, wait, we went for 35 minutes on the Spider-Man music.
That was pre-show.
We can't get to the...
This is the actual show. You can't play it on the actual show.
Oh yeah, we can't do it.
Yes, that's not it. So here's the thing. Number one, we said beforehand, before the party started, that we would spend it on Dragon Con, and we definitely plan to do that. But there's a number of awesome things.
We hope to do, I think, the only thing that's changed from last week on the show
is that there's more options of stuff to do now.
More options of stuff to do, and we will most likely have money to do things that are outside of Dragon Con.
Yes.
So it won't just be us spending all the money on a party at Dragon Con.
Right.
We want to do stuff cool with it. In our discussions, I think it's safe to say we've talked about.
See, and this is something, okay. Spike in the chat room said split the money and each of you put it towards your rent. And we thought there is some component of the chat realm who would just want us to keep the money and do it forever. Neither of us are comfortable with that. This is your project. It's your book. It's our idea, but it's your work that made it what it is. And eventually all the money is going to go to you guys or whatever you want us to spend it on. What we would like to do, with your approval, is we'd like to keep some as a war chest for future activities.
Yeah. And also, the other thing about this is that, like, even, like, the numbers that we got, there's 2 days, like, that was what?
There's 2 more days. 2 more days,
That was 5 days?
So we'll call it around probably $8,000.
So, yeah, but, like, there's more than what we've talked about tonight. So let's just even look at it as just through Saturday.
Sure.
we have. Oh, look when Chad cuts over.
Oh, wow. Wow. Wait a minute. This looks like
That
an
also
old...
looks like a freeze frame.
Yeah, 6 votes. That seems like a long time ago that Chad would cut over to that. How weird. But
So, I mean, here's all I'm saying is that we don't know how long this is going to go. We don't know what else will be to come of the Diamond Club, because to me, the fact that it's still here is mind-blowing.
Sure.
So it's like the idea that there could be other elements to this, like if some point, some low-rent publisher looking for a little...
Oh, Bob McBob points out in the chat room that we're also, by we, me personally, are going to have to pay taxes on the money as well. So
yeah,
should probably factor out another 30% for that.
Yeah. So there we go.
So,
thank you, Uncle Sam.
Yeah, thank you.
But yeah, so I mean, the first and foremost thing is Dragon Con. I think the second thing in my mind is we want to think of something really cool to do for everybody who wrote chapters for the book. We want to give them a little keepsake if we can.
Give them a physical copy of the book is what we had
We'd like
talked
to
about.
do a physical copy of the book. We just want to figure out a cool way to do it. And then past that, I mean, if we could do something smart, something fun, something cool.
Well, you know what everyone in the chat room is going nuts about? Do you know that Crash Kincaid, who, if you remember, was the person battling cancer that Michael Rooker called to cheer up by saying, eat your own vomit. Essentially, he's in real danger of losing the place that he's staying with right now. And people are saying we should kick a little bit of cash over to that.
I mean, listen, we can figure it out. Like the last thing is like on a night like now, like we don't like.
Don't decide anything. That's what they say. This is an inheritance, and they say like common wisdom. If you ask Susie Ormond, Susie Ormond. There's no D at the end.
Who, by the way, like could definitely do more push-ups than both me and you combined,
oh, dude, she could kick both of our ass.
Like at the same
our
time.
Collective ass.
Yeah.
We only have one ass that we share.
Or especially the rat's ass with the hemorrhoid.
The hemorrhoid, yeah.
And
No,
cancer.
she could bust the cancer hemorrhoid. The poopy scoops.
Let me show you what you should do with this. Pop, that's what I think you should do. I'm Sue Zorman. I have a lot of very real-world advice.
Susie.
No, it's
She
Suze.
says Susie. It's Susie.
My mom's like she's like a fangirl.
It's spelled S-U-Z-E, but she pronounces it Susie.
She would devour Sue Zorman.
Your mom would?
I've been drinking.
You know what? I get the impression that Susie Orman would devour your mom back.
Oh, no.
I mean, she's way
that's
too
like,
fashionable.
That's the thing.
She's way too toned and hot for being 78.
She's not 78.
She is in my mind. That's the way I want her to be. But the important thing is she says, don't do anything with the money for 6 months. You've received a shock to the system, and whatever you do in the next 6 months will be stupid. So you got to hold off on making any big decisions.
Yeah.
So we'll limit what we give to Dragon Con, and then beyond that, we'll just,
Well, we're going to wait less than 6
bang
months
Susie
because we're
Hartman.
also very stupid.
Okay, fair enough.
I mean, we'll have more information on this.
Who would win in a fight, Dave Ramsey or Susie Orman?
Who's Dave Ramsey?
Yeah, who's Dave Ramsey? Are you high?
Who's Dave Ramsey?
He's the other guy. There's two people in financial radio, and it's Susie Orman versus Dave Ramsey.
Are you sure it's not Suze?
It's spelled S-U-Z-E, but she pronounces it Susie.
Oh, okay.
I used to watch her show on CNBC.
No, it's like my mom's like a huge fan.
Yeah, well, she never wears the same outfit twice. I noticed.
Really?
That. Oh no, she's very fashionable. Dave Ramsey, I think, only wears one outfit.
And he's also on CNBC.
Is he? No,
I don't know.
He's on Fox Business. He was on Fox Business. Now, why are we talking about
I
this?
have no idea. Can we play the Gundam style song?
All right, there we go. We got to reset our palette here. This is a shame. There we go.
So, I mean, I don't know, but like, I've never heard of.
Where's the music, Chad?
I think it's your fault. Do you have it muted?
No, I do not.
Did the cable get unplugged?
No, it did not.
I mean, with Susie Orman, I really just kind of feel like she'd be great in like Over the Top.
Yeah.
Like the Sylvester Stallone, she'd walk in there.
Sure.
Hi, I'm Susie Orman. Let me explain to you what you need to do when it comes to arm wrestling
People
matches.
first.
You
then
want
things.
your son back. I want for you to have your son back. Here's what we do. Set aside a little bit of money every week. Also, Over the Top. You want to turn your head back. You want to go ahead, move your hat to the back, and then go ahead and put a big over so you can go over the top.
Over the top.
Susie Orman, I'm a hand wrestling specialist.
Hand wrestling?
Yes.
It's like with the pinkies, hand wrestling. All right,
Listen,
look. All right.
Only big fat pussies use arms. I'm Susie Orman. I use my hand all the time.
Oh, you know what?
Hello, ladies. I'm Susie Orman.
I think actually it is my computer. I don't know what's going on, but my computer keeps exploding meatballs all over the place. So I'm going to have to reboot.
That's a problem.
Yeah.
And my voice just cracked like a 12-year-old.
Like you just hit puberty. What's that like,
I
bro?
said puss, not the other word.
No. Okay, look, let's take a moment and thank the folks who make NSFW possible.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Squarespace is a website that allows you to make websites. It's a propagating website for those of us who want to spread our messages across the internet.
For those of you who are afraid that websites will eventually overtake humanity and take over the world, well, guess what? Yes, it's true. It's possible. It's happening right now, and it's Squarespace. The Square menace must be stopped, and the only way to stop is to become part of them. And the way you do that is by heading on over to squarespace.com, sign up for your free 2-week trial where you can try on. See, unlike Invasion of the Body Snatchers, where it's like you become a mindless zombie. Yes. See, you don't get to change your mind. There's no backsies in body snatching. There is backsies in Squarespace. Body snatching bad, Squarespace good.
Absolutely. And I'll tell you what, there's a lot of people who made a lot of awesome things happen over the last week, and maybe those people would really love to show off that the Diamond Club book is out there and that people should buy it. This would be a great time for everybody to go on over to squarespace.com, start up your free trial website. 2 weeks, no credit card.
In fact,
you don't have to have a credit
they
card.
hate credit cards.
For the first 2 weeks?
Yes.
You're insulting me. Get out of my face.
They're all just like they're offended that you would try to pay them.
I'm Susie Orman. I hate credit cards. I work for Squarespace. I'm going to crush it in my hands because my hands are unnaturally strong. Boom. And she crushes it, and it's dust. It's not even cracked. Dust. Martian fines fall out. That's how much he crushes the credit card because that's what Squarespace believes in. You trying it for free. They got faith in their product. They're like a really confident drug dealer. Like they really love their product.
They're like, Walter White ain't got nothing on Squarespace. Walter White, he'd be an asshole about it. He'd be all like, have a little bit, but just a little bit. That's enough to know. It's blue, it's good, now give me the money for the meth. Not these guys. They're all like, 2 weeks, burn your brains out. Because after that, you will literally sell your cat, your mother. You will eat this busted hemorrhoid off of a rat.
Exactly.
For our product.
If you don't like it, they're like, dude, bro, no skin.
In fact, if
don't worry about it. Because they feel that you will come back and use this offer code. NSFW8. Brian, what do they get for that?
Dude, they get a big old discount is what they get. And I'll look it up in a moment. But
Chad, what do they get?
First of all,
they get 10% off their first purchase.
Thank God.
Whatever
Chad's
that purchase
And
is.
and you know what? If you sign up for a year, they'll give you a free domain name.
It's huge.
Boom.
It's huge.
10% out of the whole goddamn year,
Is
Brian.
it true that Squarespace's new campaign is Squarespace so good you'll eat a busted rat hemorrhoid filled with cancer?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
You're positive?
Totally.
That's not their slogan?
No.
I should not have said that.
Use offer code. Sorry.
All right.
심장이 터져버리는 선어해 그런 선어해 아름다워 사랑스러워 그래 너
All right, shut this down. Come on. Focus. Look, we have an important game we need to play, and I need the people over in the chat realm to send me another link to it because I had to reboot my computer another freaking third time, which is a bad sign for my computer. But the important thing is you guys drop us an email. Let me just say real quick, on one last thing on the book. The book needs to fight the forces of honesty who are giving it 1-star reviews. So get out there, post a 5. If
you like it, I mean, like I feel this is not against honesty. If you like it, then go do it. I think if you like the concept, that's part of it. It is a book of satire.
Yes.
We say now, but it's not a prank.
Okay, can we say some of the themes that have that happened in there. All right, first let's play our game. People are upset because we're not playing a stupid shenanigan. Cut it over. Chad, give us an intro. I want you to speak us an intro as I play this right here. Take it away. Go.
It is time for the best thing.
No.
What do you mean?
I'm going to play.
Yeah.
There'll be a music bed, and you intro us. Here we go. Ready?
Got it.
Go. Cut over to this. There we go.
Now it's time for 50 Shades of Gray or the Diamond Club. With your hosts, Brian Brushwood and Justin Robert Young.
Great to see you guys.
Hey, everybody. John Sensio here. How you guys doing?
All right, we're going to play a little game.
My John Sensio impression only has one line.
No, that's
Hey.
all it needs.
Really excited to be back from the beach house? John Sensio.
I don't even know who John Sensio
I
is.
swear, we're going to look it up, and this is going to be proven to be a terrible impression.
I'm sure. Okay, T2T2, send me a link. Link, please. T2T2 very helpfully says, I say, hey, man, what's the link to the show? And he says, it's in the same doc, bro. Like patronizingly, like, get it together, man. And I'm like, I don't know what you're even talking about. Okay, T2T2 just PM'd me the game. So here it is. He says, it's in the goddamn doc. This is what he put on there. We're gonna play a little game called 50 Shades of Grey or Diamond Club. Oh, look at this. Here it is right here. Copy it, paste in it. Bidip-badap-boop-boo. And basically, we're going to look at a one-star review, and you and I are going to guess whether or not that's from our book or 50 Shades of Grey.
And this is what I want to make the point of. For everybody who's like, okay, well, a lot of people don't like the Diamond Club book. They hate it. They think it's trash. It's garbage. They wish they had their dollar back. And that is a commentary on this book. Yes, that's true. All these things they are writing are, in fact, true. But they are not unique to us. It is not like they're saying, you're frauds. You all made this up so you could trick us into giving you money.
Right.
It is not unlike what some of the things that have come in on the 50 Shades of Grey
On
series.
50 Shades of
which
Grey,
is
sure.
An absolute phenomenon.
I am sending you, Justin, over Twitter to Justin R. Young, a link to the doc that you need to open. And then the next thing I'm going to send you is the password you need to put in to play along. And then we are ready to rock this game. Now, normally we have another guest, but we don't need another guest this time because it's just...
Chat Realm.
Yeah, Chat Realm is the guest. And they're the ones who get everything right. There you go. Did you get that? Get the one thing, get the other thing, open up the thing, copy the thing, paste the thing, and then you're ready to go. All right, here we go. I got my take my screen here, Chad. We're gonna play a little game called Diamond Club or 50 Shades of Grey. We're waiting on our game master, one T2T2, who, by the way, is the greatest treasure, the greatest asset in the entire Twit army. And I'm sorry, everyone else, but I think you can agree that T2T2 is
invalid access
amazing.
to it.
Well, take out the space at the end, because you probably, there you go. And then now, yes, okay.
All right.
It's on, it's on. Here we go. About, this is
Chad, why don't you read it?
Chad.
Okay, I will.
Can you throw some music underneath you too?
The only music I have is this. If that's okay.
No.
How about this one?
All right, here. I got some music. I got music for you. Hold on.
Okay.
This is from. Okay, I'm gonna throw some. All right, go ahead. I'm gonna play this softly behind you. Go ahead.
Wonderful. Okay, and then I'm gonna need to see your screen so I can read it. Okay. About halfway through the book, I looked up the author to see if she was a teacher. Teenager. I really did, because the characters are out of 16-year-old fantasy. It seriously feels like two teenage girls got together and decided to create their dream man. Then comes the sex scenes. The first one is terrible, but as she goes on, they become so unbelievable that it becomes more laughable than erotic. It seems that she's climaxing on every page. The writing is just not up to par. The characters are unbelievable. The sex verges on comical.
All right, no, I'll tell you, I know this has to be 50 Shades of Grey because it referred to a single character. And
Yeah.
There's no way. So I'm picking 50 Shades of Grey. I'm locking it in. And then now, wait, let's see. The answer is 50 Shades of Grey is what we said. Chat Realm's choice, the Diamond Club, 50 Shades of Grey. Oh, Chat Realm is playing along.
Woohoo!
It is 50 Shades of Grey. Holy cow, T2T2 whipped up a hell of an awesome game interface. All right, here we go. You read this one, Justin.
All right, here we go. This is a review, The Diamond Club or 50 Shades of Grey. I hardly ever find books written with female leads who seem authentic and to whom I can really relate. But to see so much in this book's protagonist and her romance saga that it has been very moving for me. This was just the thing to feel the gray-shaped hole in my heart.
It's got to be. I'm picking Diamond Club because it makes a reference. Wait a minute. That's what I would write.
Wait a minute.
That's what I would write for the 50 Shades of Grey, though. I'm going to say this is one of ours, picking the Diamond Club here.
I'm going with 50 Shades.
Are you really?
50.
All right.
Ferrari F50.
All right, let's see it. Let's see it. So, I got to lock it in. My fault. There we go. Locked in. Still clicking locked in. Hope I'm not locked out.
And the server crashed.
Did it?
No. It actually just started making this noise.
오빤 강남 스타일. 강남 스타일.
Wait, Eli wasted no time with that. That was good. Well played, sir.
강남 스타일. 오빤 강남 스타일.
Oh no, it definitely did. The server definitely crashed. I'm getting nothing but 404 not found. Well, this is a good time for us to talk about.
I have a surprise.
Crap. I almost said a curse word. Go ahead. What's your surprise?
While this whole thing was happening,
By the way, this game not hosted on Squarespace.
just
Coincidence?
saying, while this whole thing was happening last week, one of our other great episodes 2 weeks ago was with Get Set Go.
Oh my God! Wait, yes, a million times yes.
Get Set Go was here. They played. Of course, they love us. We love them. But I got a text message from Mike TV
Of
last week that was like, hey, we love this idea with the Diamond Club. We think it's amazing. We think it's brilliant. Justin, we think you're very handsome. Brian is very ugly and dumb.
it says I believe they said all of that.
I bet you could
Makes
run
sense.
a faster 40 than him.
Well, okay.
And you could sidekick him in the
couldn't-
face.
you could
and
not.
his
You
head
could
would come
not
off.
win a pale race, though. That's for sure.
He rides a pale horse, and by horse I mean his face.
You think
No.
I'm pink? Wait until you saw my wife.
All right, go ahead.
They didn't say any of that, except for the fact that they love the Diamond Club idea. So
Sure.
what they thought is, what if we wrote the Diamond Club theme? Like, imagine if our book had a theme, like it was like Alfie, like it was like, what's it all about?
Wait, what is Alfie? Is that a thing?
You ever seen that movie Alfie
No. I'm
with
straight.
Michael Caine?
No.
It was Michael Caine.
Michael Caine.
It was young Michael Caine.
Shoot. I never played for you that moment of Michael Caine doing an impression
No,
for
all right,
himself. Go
enough
ahead.
of that.
All right, go ahead. Good.
Alfie was a movie, had a good thing. So here's the deal. Don't play the Michael Caine.
I'm not.
So they gave me.
What?
I can wait for you to play.
No. Wait, are you really gonna wait?
It's your birthday today. Not many people know that.
That's Michael Caine doing an impression of himself. Go ahead.
It's great.
I was just pulling it up. It was backup. I was just ready. I was
great.
ready.
It's great.
Go ahead.
So they sent me today, and I don't even think that they even wanted to play it on the show. It was just for them. It was a rough sketch, but I think it's great.
Sure.
And what they thought is that they could give it to Chat Realm, and Chat Realm could crowdsource lyrics like they crowdsource.
So we have a tune. We have a song in need of lyrics.
Absolutely. So here, I can play this. We can talk over it a little bit because it's obviously very bare.
Yes.
Are you gonna play the goddamn Michael Keaton?
No. I'm just looking at. Hold on. Wait. Pause. People are saying that my computer problems can go away with one simple fix that they put on my computer here. Chad, if you can cut over to the solution that they have proposed. That's quite simply all it takes for Brian to have a working computer. Go ahead.
So here we go. This is, as entitled, Diamond Club Possible Tune. It was described to me as if just an artist's sketch of something. This was the basic melody. So obviously very, melodramatic.
Sure.
Something that you would hear at a Starbucks, probably. And then this could be where the lyrics come in, right?
You know what it should be? It should be a back and forth of all the reviews of the book.
That's one way to go, but I mean, I think that maybe the Ballad of Brianna. I feel like if it was like a legitimate
like a
song
story.
about a narrative, yeah.
Okay, so listen to the thing, the syllables. That's the banging.
Bang, whole time. Whole goddamn song, whole goddamn book, number banging.
So we just need words for this.
We need words. So it is out, folks. Release the Hounds. If you have, and we'll post this somewhere on the internet, whether Mike TV likes it or not.
So, no, this is great though, because like we can, somebody can write the words to this. We can make a video once the words are written, and the video can be all the reviews if people want to tell the story of the book.
There we go. But this is how these cultural phenomenons continue to grow and breathe. Here we go. Chad, can you pop this up a little bit? Here's the breakdown. She's not a slut. Good reads and reviewers. She's sex positive.
Why you gotta be all puritanical just because she's not like you and me? She's got confidence and vagina. She banged every man she ran across. And alley cat licked
I'll tell you what, can we
her
talk about that for 5 seconds?
What?
Alley cat licked her puss. I just...
I was gonna do the rest of the song, but you cut it off. You
All
just
right.
say-
All right.
All right. Can we talk about our favorite
Favorite
moments?
lines. Okay.
In the meantime, go ahead.
But I feel like we should just have that part of the Space Hog song. Like, but in the meantime,
Yeah.
boo, reading the Diamond Club. Okay, so I've read half the book, which is I think the most that either of us have read.
No, I haven't read any of it. I've heard everything secondhand, and everything I've heard has sounded phenomenal. Let's run through. This is the stuff that we wanted. I wanted Justin to read some of these on Twit, and unfortunately, he didn't get the chance.
I did not get the chance to read these on Twitter because I wanted to save them for you. Now, here's what happened. Imagine this. I'm on a flight from Washington, D.C. to San Francisco on Thursday. Wednesday? Thursday.
Whatever.
One of those.
Nobody cares.
Nobody gives a rat's ass. With a hemorrhoid and cancer.
Yeah, well, it's got squirting onto a pizza accidentally. That's the other part of the story.
Hi, it's me, Peter Parker. This pizza's good. I'm Rat-Man. So I'm...
Rat-Assman is his name. He
That's
turns
his,
into Rat-Assman.
That's his accountant.
Rat-Assman.
Hi, I'm Edgar Rat-Assman. How you doing, professional accountant? So here's the deal. That's racist. All right, so I'm
going.
in a plane going from D.C. to San Francisco, and I'm reading the Diamond Club. And I will say this, For anybody who writes a 1-star review and says this is not worth 99 cents, I challenge you to a physical fight.
Oh, sure.
I don't care
100%.
what gender you are.
Dude,
I don't care.
Just listening to Justin describe the stuff he read and how hard he laughed involuntarily, like against his will, because you were the only person on the plane cackling your ass off. Yes.
There is 99 cents worth of creativity in every chapter, let alone this
Toucan
entire
Monkey
book.
wants to know. He's asking in the chat room, who wrote Three-Legged Larry? Like,
Somebody
that's the chapter.
he got back to me on Twitter, and we will get to that point.
Okay, good.
Now I'm going to sub in some words here because I don't want to say them here on the Twit live stream.
Why not?
I'm going to use the clinical definition of the term that is used in the vulgar term in the book.
That's very kind of you.
So this is one of the things, I'll read all the things that made me laugh out loud and embarrass myself on the plane. Here's the first. I looked down at my sweaty, naked body to see a cat, orange and white, rubbing its back in between my legs. It was dripping with some kind of fluid. It looked at me and purred. I thought for a moment, was this cat licking my vagina when I slept?
It was a vagina, but yes, go ahead.
So there we go.
Next quote.
That was the one that I titled with the note that I made was awesome.
It only gets better. Keep going.
This one, all right. This one isn't vulgar at all. It is actually really informative.
Very sweet.
Here we go. Never before had I had sex in a public restroom, much less the second busiest airport in the state of California, according to Wikipedia. It's a book that sources Wikipedia. The main character, written in first person, sources Wikipedia in her own head.
Keep going.
By the way, that is the chapter that has the vagina shaft and the bulging vagina.
Yeah, there's clearly a chapter that somebody had pre-written for two dudes and just retrofitted it to our. So it's like I grabbed the shaft of her vagina. I think was something you said.
All right, I'm going to replace one word in this, but it is more vulgar in the which you can buy, of course, 99 cents on the Apple iBook store. The Diamond Club, a novel by Patricia Harkins Bradley. Which, by the way, whenever I've read that, all I've thought is Sapphire, or no, what is it? Push, a novel by Sapphire. That what's the movie Precious? But anyway, so whenever the movie got made and it was like got a best adapted work Oscar nomination.
I'm sorry, you were saying something about Precious. An
I'm
Oscar
just saying
nominated
is
movie.
that there was a long title to that, and all I can think about whenever I read The Diamond Club, a novel by Patricia Harkins Bradley.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
He stood up and kissed me on the butthole with his soft lips.
With his soft lips. That's just like just sort of how do you do? Just sort of like, bye, sweetheart.
He stood up, and it wasn't like play in that area. It wasn't like a sustained attack. It was just oh, while I'm here. Okay, moving along. Sorry, I was doing the stood up and kissed me on the butthole with
you
the
were
soft
standing
lip
up.
stance.
Yeah, sure. Good morning, Peck. Is what they say in the chat room. That's pretty good.
Here's one, not vulgar, okay? Just shows you what kind of writing goes into this book.
Sure.
He set the menu on the table with such precision and gentleness. I couldn't help but look at his large hands. They held signs of work, but were lithe, like the wings of a moth. Like a little moth? Moth wings! What? Moth wings! Give me the moth!
All right, so, okay, let's get to my favorite. Come on, this is the one. This is the one. Three-Legged Larry is the best chapter in the book.
This is a note that I put into my iPhone as the best concept ever put down in literary history. Okay? This is, and I've said this before, I will say it again. This is a concept funnier than anything that John Waters has come up with in 30 years. If this was in a John Waters movie, you'd be like, this is classic John Waters.
Absolutely.
It is brilliant.
Absolutely.
Absolutely brilliant. To set things up, our heroine, Brianna Young, of course, jilted by the Roman Dial affair, now is sleeping with everybody she can possibly find at the Diamond Club. She comes across, because we said, Brian, what do we say for her sexual partners? People of their era.
Oh, sure. Because the original, of course, you had like a jazz crooner.
Yeah, a crooner, a reformed rabbi, stuff like that. So what we wanted to do was have people of their era, and what is more of the era of a...
And the fine soldiers who fought for freedom in Iraq.
Absolutely. Iraq and Afghanistan.
Yeah, dude. The veterans of Operation Iraqi Freedom.
She runs across a man who lost his leg in Iraq.
Yeah.
And he says to her the following. Quote.
We should point out that he is extraordinarily well endowed. Like that's the most remarkable aspect of him.
She finds out that he is packing.
And boy, is he ever. We're talking kielbasa meatloaf is what we're looking at.
So here we go. You know how they say that a blind man's other senses, hearing, smell, etc., get stronger since his vision is gone? Well, that's what the doctors say is happening to me. My left leg is mostly gone, but my is growing to compensate. Here's the money sentence. In a few months, I'll have to get a special shoe fitted for it.
Like what? I'm sorry. Yes, God. Okay, so this guy has a dong that's growing.
Half a leg.
He's got half a leg and
half a leg, and just nothing but swinging meat, to the point where he has to get a shoe that will be his second leg. He's growing his second leg. This is like the lizard.
I was the lizard man. Holy cow. It's like, how does he walk with that mush pile?
Listen, it's a burden.
It is a burden, yeah.
He seems shy about it. The emotion in those sentences.
Karina in the chat room says, is it just me or did chat room write the best book ever?
They did.
Because here's the thing. This book is
coming out last week.
Yes. If you haven't bought the Diamond Club book, this is please buy it.
Get Fellas Carnage. I must have missed the C word leg in Amazing Spider-Man.
Okay, so look, do we want to go ahead and wrap things up on the?
I mean, listen.
We got to play the rest of this game, though. Come on, man.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Is the server back up?
Yeah. I just emailed you a super secret server version. Yeah. Yep. And then you can do that, and then we can play the game and guess which one was for what. It's the same access code, and which should be memorable.
You email it?
Huh?
Did you DM it or?
I DM'd it. I DM'd it in your face. Go ahead. You got it?
Yeah. Let me.
Yeah. Here, listen to Michael Caine doing a Michael Caine impression.
They have me on the birthday cards, you know.
Yes, when you're with job.
It's your birthday today. Not many people know that.
That's him doing an impression of himself. That's why it's funny.
That's great.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. All right, you ready?
You read this one.
What is all the hype? Started to read this supposed pornographic romance. Boring characters, predictable story. Kept wondering when the story would become more than a ho-hum. Stop counting the number of times the author used the word gorgeous after the 5, 6 time. Then stopped reading. That's got to be 50 Shades of Grey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know which one the other one was? When it crashed?
I don't know, actually. Doesn't matter. We're resetting right now. We all say 50 Shades of Grey. Chat Realm says 50 Shades of Grey. The answer is 50 Shades of Grey. All right, next. Bring it. Here we go. Throughout my whole life, I've hated reading. However, book name here, seems to be a miracle. I instantly fell in love with 5 stars.
Wow. That's kind of a close one. I feel like that could be either.
Oh, dude, that's got to be the Diamond Club. That level of commitment to it, it's got to be the DC.
You don't think that 50 Shades has that kind of fan base?
No, nobody really loves 50 Shades of Grey the way they really love the Diamond Club. People really like the orgasm they had while reading 50
By the way,
Shades.
I don't think I told you yet. I was on a flight before I got to the one where I actually read the book. I was on a flight with a woman who was reading 50 Shades of Grey on her Kindle.
Unironically,
and I'm like, listen. No, I spelled it out for her. I was like, listen, me and these friends of mine, we have a thing. It's called the podcast. We're doing this, and we did it, and it's number 4. So it's ridiculous. It's vulgar to the point of like
offensively
pornography.
so, sure.
And she's like, she worked at some like commercial threshing company or something, and like so I was talking about like how people brought their guns to work, and she was like, oh, I ain't worried about pornography. It ain't no thing. She was like, bought it right there.
No, she bought it right there knowing what it was.
I made the sale, Brian.
Dude, I'm telling you, if
book sales are for closers.
Boom!
All right, I'm gonna say 50 Shades of Grey.
Wait, it's too late. There we go. That's enough. All right, that's all we get. 50. You say 50 Shades of Grey. I say the Diamond Club. You say 50 Shades of Grey. The correct answer is 50 Shades.
Yeah! Where is that from? Where was that live?
Right
looking?
over there.
Brian and
right over
Jerry,
there.
Diana
There you go.
Myers.
There's your music. All right, here we go. Next question. Wow. As someone new to the romance book genre, I have to say I'm blown away by this book. I bought this book based on the ratings and top-selling position, knowing what to expect. Needless to say, after downloading this on the subway, I was unable to exit at my stop. In fact, the book was so good, I missed my stop twice more and had to stop reading as I was already 2 hours late. I'm going to say it's 50 Shades of Grey.
I'm going to shay. It's 50 Shades of Grey.
You're going to shades of Grey?
I don't believe.
Shades of Grey? Really? All right. 50 Shades of Grey for both of the hosts. Chat Realm says 4 of them 50 Shades of Grey. 2 of them say the Diamond Club. The answer is... Oh, shoot! Did I almost curse live on the air? Wow, man, that sucks bollocks. Wow.
All right, here we go.
Read it.
1 stars. She gets eaten out by a bearded lady from a circus act. Ew.
Turn off.
No connection to the characters. I couldn't even finish the book. It was pure nonsense. Don't bother read anything but this, please.
Pretty sure that's Diamond Club.
I'm pretty sure that the bearded lady is obviously
Which,
a
by the way,
Diamond Club.
can we say that was a brilliant turn for the author of that chapter? That was a hell of a decision. I mean,
that was excellent.
It was so bold, so brave,
Yeah.
so much courage.
I will say Patricia Harkins Bradley, a brilliant woman.
Indeed, she is.
Let me just say this. There is somebody, of course, in Diamond Club who looks, and we've said this for years, but she looks a lot like Patricia Harkins Bradley.
Talking about Gigaloop.
Gigaloop, of course,
Yeah.
Rebecca.
Yeah.
It would be amazing if when Patricia Harkins Bradley has a book signing at Dragon Con, if Rebecca could be there to support someone and maybe meet somebody for whom she looks a lot alike.
Yeah, that would be something.
It would be a really fun time
Yeah.
if maybe in the line for our NSFW show,
Sure.
live show at Dragon
Patricia
Con.
Harkins Bradley would sign digital copies of the book.
She could be signing digital
Sure.
copies.
Yeah.
That would be really fun.
That does sound good. I cannot believe this book is a top seller. It is poorly written, unoriginal, unengaging, and well, utter crap comes to mind. How would this get to be a 4.5 star bestseller? Seriously. I'm going to say 50 Shades of Grey.
I'm going to say it's us. That's all us.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Let's see it. I say 50. You say the DC. Chat Realm says 8 of them say Diamond Club. 5 say 50 Shades of Grey. The answer is 50
You lose.
Yeah, well, I won, though.
I
That's the
lose.
opposite. All right, here we go. Okay.
Here we go. Book ends in the middle of a sentence. I have no idea how it ends. 1 star.
I honestly don't know how our book ends. I have not looked at the last page, so I don't know. I gotta say 50 Shades.
What?
Because
There's
I
no
don't...
way. That had a professional editor.
Yeah, but I think that would be like intentional. How does Diamond Club end?
Probably in the middle of a sentence because nobody read it.
Well, but John did. Like, I know John went through that. I don't think he would do...
Phyllis Gordon, does anyone know how our book ends?
I'm going to pick 50 Shades of Grey. The answer
I said
is...
Diamond Club.
All right, 50 Shades of Grey, Diamond Club, 9 versus 4. And the answer, it's probably Diamond Club.
Oh!
Does that mean I won this game?
I don't know. It depends on how many. All right, do you want to read the last paragraph
Of the book?
of Diamond Club right now?
Sure. Why not?
No, I have no idea what the hell is going on.
Yeah. Go ahead, Justin. Are you just cycling through the pages?
Well, I want to get to the last.
We got the music going. We're ready to rock. We got a bottle of lotion and some Kleenex out in front of us. We're ready to
Here we
listen.
go. The last chapter, of course, called Diamonds Last Forever. All right, here we go.
What's up, Jammer B?
All right. Also, I recently heard that a certain exclusive nightclub might be up for sale to the right owner. And I'm starting to think that since I'm there every night, I might as well own the place. For someone looking for excitement, I highly recommend it. Anything can happen. Diamond Club.
It's good. It's good.
Here we go. Every copy should include a bottle of lotion and some Kleenex. Don't waste your time or money. You can get this stuff on the internet for free.
That's Diamond Club?
It's all us, baby.
That's got to be Diamond Club, right? I'm voting. I'm locked in. And the answer, we both say the Diamond Club. Chat Realm says, 12 versus 4 for 50 Shades of Grey. And the answer is 50 Shades of Grey. What? What? What?
Okay, I just want to point out, and this is exactly proves my point, that you cannot tell the difference between our 1-star reviews and their 1-star reviews.
Dude, yeah, no, it's
So
as good.
like we, because we feel guilty, feel like they're like, oh, like, we've been revealed. Ah! But we're no different.
Yeah, no, I agree. I
mean,
agree
we're
100%.
selling a lot less than them.
Granted. Okay, stop trying to show my spilled beer. That is not appropriate. That's
Eli,
look
out for your elders.
My eyes
Look
are
out
up
for
here.
your elders.
My eyes are up here. There you go. Focus. Focus. Be cool. All right. It's not helping that.
All right, Drew
Jammer
Powers
Bees-
is saying that review was on Diamond Club word for word.
What?
Because I think I remember reading that.
Okay, what a waste. Didn't even finish it. Was very disappointed after reading all the good reviews. No plot whatsoever. Unrealistic as well. Having sex on the table at IHOP? Really?
Well, that I know is the Diamond Club because I read that chapter.
Is that, what is the story with the IHOP?
That's the man who has the hands that are lithe like the wings of a moth.
People are saying that's the one that everyone hates, is the IHOP chapter.
Really?
Yeah.
Everyone hates the IHOP chapter?
They're saying that's the one that's offensive and bad.
No, the offensive one is the one where she gets screwed by Les Fondele.
Les Fondele is his name?
She gets screwed by Les Fondele in the bathroom of SFO because she wants to go down to LA to have some tacos made by the local Mexicans.
Oh, that's the one that called it racist. Got it. Oh, dude, 404 not found. Locked up.
Again!
Poor T2T2. He's so frustrated. He's like, I'm out of here, he says. All right, look, let's go ahead and wrap up this episode of NSFW. Look, here's the important thing, beautiful people, is we did it. We went to the moon, bro. We went to the moon and we found a crater.
Two amazing things happened this week. We landed a Volvo on Mars, and we had a book hoax that lasted in the top 10 for, and counting.
Yeah, no, still going on. Hey, let me say, if you guys still want to participate, if you haven't written a review, write a positive review. If you have, then good, thanks, I guess. But the Diamond Club is your secret way to slip us 66 cents or 59 cents.
I mean, I would say this. If you've already bought the book and you like the idea and you like what's happened so far, the way that you keep this going, if you would like to keep it going, is to go to your favorite blog or newspaper.
Yeah, let's let
whatever.
those. I mean, there's no reason that Gizmodo shouldn't be freaking blowing this stuff up, right?
Well, I mean, just let them know. Holler at them. Like, it's a legit thing. Like, it's not news. It was covered on Tech News Today. It's been written up on the Next Web, and like, it's not going away. It's dropped a little bit. It's still in the top 10. It's still selling thousands of copies, every day. So,
I agree. Pause the music, Chad. We got something important right here. Go ahead. Play this.
Welcome to Movie Drive Minute for the week of August 6th, 2012. I'm your host, Roberto Villegas. The Curiosity rover has landed, and I just played the Star Fox level complete music. Here comes week 20. Veronica Belmont's in 6th place with $204.6 million. Sarah Lane's in 5th place with $393 million. Brian Brusher kicks it in 4th place with $612.4 million. Scott Johnson's in 3rd place with $641.7 million. Tom Merritt's in 2nd place with Total Recall bringing in $26 million this week, bringing his total to $658.7 million. And in 1st place with $892.9 million, it's Justin Robert Young. And that is your Movie Draft Minute for the week of August 6th, 2012.
cut the music.
What? Congratulations, Justin. It was a hard-fought and well-earned victory.
Just saying. You want to do that? You want to asterisk me?
No.
Huh?
No.
You want to get at me?
Everybody knows that asterisks are what buttholes are made of.
They are. Must be the money.
All right. Love you guys. You guys are fantastic. You made miracles happen. It was truly the magicest thing that's ever happened in my life. Do me a favor, beautiful people, and if you want to throw an awesome review, that'd be great, but otherwise, you guys did it, man. You made some magic happen. Now makes magic happen for Crash Kincaid. Head on over to his Indiegogo project. I'm sure somebody will make a abbreviated thing there. We can get him some cash, keep his roof over his head. Love you guys.
Dying to fire.
See you next Tuesday.
Or a Tuesday, if we ever do it on Tuesday.
We'll never do it on a Tuesday again. That was a lie. When I said see you next Tuesday, that was like, we'll never do it. That was me saying we'll never do it on a Tuesday again. Die in the vacuum of space, beautiful people. This just in, special report. Leo Report says NSFW is smarter and funnier than anything that ever appeared on G4.
In your mouth, Kevin Pereira.
All right. I'm not necessarily going to stand up and say that. However, I will say that the biggest difference between what we're doing in G4 is like we don't think we're better than you. That's the difference. Is NSFW, we think you're smarter than we are.
Oh,
whereas
you're better.
anything on
You're
G4,
way prettier, you're way smarter, you're way richer, like you are better.
you guys are way more talented. Do you guys remember the part where you guys wrote a best-selling top 5 book on iTunes? That was amazing. You guys did that, and we're very, very honored that you would allow us to help midwife that amazing effort.
G4 can suck a leg D.